Hello, people. Okay, so I will try to translate everything that I said in Romanian. I'll try to remember everything and try to translate it for you in English. So perhaps more people would find the word above the updates from the angels. Okay, so I'll try to remember and I'll try to keep it as short as possible, even though I don't think it will be short. The first one in Romanian took like 2 hours and a half, and even so, I didn't have the chance to remember everything and to say everything because I have so many informations, and with my ADHD, it's pretty hard to say 1,000 things at a time when you think them. Okay, I will try to explain uh, everything like at the time I'm saying it, so you will understand better. But the fact that I'm talking about the present and then I'm going in the past and then future and stuff like that, it all has a meaning, and that's why if I'm going to get you lost, that's just the way I'll try to explain it as much as possible. Even I didn't like it when I was looking at a movie or stuff like that, and the movie started with the present and then the past and then the future and trying to explain, and you lose the story and stuff like that. But anyways, I do believe that some people will be able to understand me, and with my ADHD, even though it's pretty complicated. Okay, so I had the spiritual awakening New Year's when I was attacked by paranormal activities, and the people like me, the angels, the fallen angels, the angels on earth, the watchers, and so many other names we have, nicknames and stuff like that. Other people were using their powers over me, and I got attacked. I was attacked by spirits and things in the house and all types of disease, like, never mind. Um, I heard two people arguing a lot because I have, besides the fact that I have the spiritual awakening and I can talk really good with the angels, I can read people's minds, the people like me. I can read their minds with the 5D, um, when they think very hard towards me. I can read their mind. Anyways, I had two people attacking me at the same time, uh, when other two people were arguing about me and stuff like that. Anyways, I was attacked by the paranormal activities, and I I chose to not use my powers. I went down on my knees and I started to cry and I started to pray. I was like, thank you, God, thank you, universe, for not happening anything bad to my puppies, because I was trying to protect them, and the attacks that I had, I should receive them all and not my puppies. So I did that like 10 minutes. I went down on my knees and I started to cry, and I was like, thank you, God, thank you, universe, for my puppies. They are protected. I kept repeating that, even though I wasn't like 100% sure. That's why I said universe as well as God. Because I wasn't like 100% sure the fact that there was someone up there, like God or angels or stuff like that. But I wanted to calm myself, and I didn't want to release my powers, the energy I had The anger, the fact that I was like attacked by 4 people at the same time, and I was listening 2 people, but there were like 4 people in my mind, and if I would have released my powers and what I felt with the anger, all 4 people would, something bad would happen with them in that time. So uh, I did that like 10 minutes till I calmed myself down. And the day after, I got my spiritual awakening, and I started to hear the angels better and better. The fact that I didn't choose to use my powers, I got the update, and I didn't choose to do harm, and use my dark forces, my dark side, As I said, we have the yin and the yang, and we have the power to bring light, and we have the power to heal others and to protect others and to take other people's pain, and we have the dark side to bring forward disease and harm and demons and spirits and stuff like that. And that's not good. You should never do that, even when you're attacked, even in the bad situations, and moving on. So in that period of time, I was like, before I heard like the people, the angels upstairs, when I went down on my knees and I was like scared, I didn't want to harm even the people that were harming me a lot with the demons and the spirits and all the disease I had and stuff. I didn't want to harm the other 2 people as well when they were arguing about me, and anyways, and this guy and stuff like that. I was like really praying from the bottom of my heart, because I wanted him to be protected. It was like I didn't want him to have any harm like I had in the past few years or stuff like that, with all the demons and the spirits and the disease and moving on. So I prayed like a lot, because I wanted to protect him if something bad would happen to me, because I know I have been attacked a lot lately. And if something bad would happen to me and I'm not alive to use my protection over him, I wanted to know that even if perhaps I would be gone, he would be protected. Okay, so when I have so many details. Okay, now a few years ago, as I said, when I was a kid, did I say it? I don't know. Maybe I said it in Romanian. Moving on. I always uh, I since I was a kid, I liked to go to church. Like every year, I wanted to keep 1 week the holy cleanse. Without the milk and the meat and the bad thoughts and no sex and stuff like that. And after, I would go to the priest to wash your sins and stuff like that. Uh, I uh, I wasn't sure about the fact that there's God or angels or heaven or hell or moving on, but I always wanted to be like a good Christian, and I always went to the church. A few years ago, when my the father of my ex had a very bad health issue, I went to the church and I prayed like so hard from the bottom of my heart, prayed for God to give him at least 1 more year of life. Um, and they didn't. So I got like really angry with the people upstairs, the angels and God and stuff like that, because they didn't listen to me. Anyways, when I got the spiritual awakening and I started to argue with them, because I argue with them like all the time. I was like, okay, if you were there, why a few years ago when I prayed for you, angels, and stuff like that, to give him 1 more year, why didn't you do that? You know, if you were there and you heard me. And they were like, he was in a lot of pain, and if they would have gave him like 1 more year, he would suffer a lot. But the fact that they took him up, you know, with no more pain, because he was like a very good man, a lot of kindness, and he helped others and stuff like that. Okay, now I don't know, I don't want to lose you, but I'm trying my best to explain this as good as possible. So, going back, uh, so many informations. Okay, so, I always had people always saw me like garbage. You know, the fact before I started this job, and people saw me like garbage, and uh, you shouldn't label people like that. How much money they make, or what jobs they have, or see them as garbage. You know, because when my parents moved from Bucharest to the country, um, and I was like 14, never mind. We went to the country, and there was a guy there. He came to me and he was like, "Hey, do you wanna be together?" You know, I was trying to get the accurate term in English. So he was like, "Hey, do you want to get together?" And I was like, I was a virgin back then. I left Bucharest from the parks and the ping pong, you know, and the skates, roller skates. I don't know if that's the term in English. Anyways, I went and I moved to the countryside where everybody was like, "Hey, let's." It was like a big change for me, and I was like, "No, thank you. I'm not interested." It was very kind of me, you know, like, "No, thank you." Besides the fact that I left all my friends um, in Bucharest and I didn't want to hang out or stuff like that. Anyways, and I didn't have a boyfriend. I wasn't interested in sex or anything. Moving on. He got so angry because of my rejection, and he went and said to everybody there that he knows me from Bucharest because I had like a man and 2 children, and I ran away and I left them. Anyways, like I was a whore, you know, garbage. So then all the bad things started to happen. The fact that I got abused, I got I don't even know the term, stabbed. Yeah, like stabbed in the leg. I got abused. I was kidnapped. Moving on, all the men wanted to get with the new whore, and all the women wanted to kill the new whore because they thought I would steal their men, and their men would want me because I'm a whore. And I was like a virgin back then. I was like 14. Anyways, everything happens for a reason, and I do wish that guy and stuff like that. I wish God gives him health and wisdom. That's what I pray for others, you know, like health and wisdom. Everything happens for a reason. If I wouldn't have been through all the hard times and all the tests, and I wouldn't be here to give you these advices, I wouldn't be so powerful like I am right now. All the wisdom that I have, and the person that I am right now. So, uh, Okay, moving forward, people saw me like garbage like my whole life. What else? I'm used to that. When I was a kid, I was like, why is this happening to me? And now I don't care. I don't care about other people's opinions and how they see me. And it's important to find your self worth, like within. It comes from the soul, not how you look, not how much money you make or the job or stuff like that. Anyways, people saw me like a whore since then. Um, when I got abused, the fact that he heard I was a whore and stuff like that, and he saw the fact that I was a virgin and moving on. He said, okay, you have two options. You either marry me, because he saw I was a virgin, or you will end up in Spain, with the country work, like when you go and you pick, I don't know, strawberries, I don't know. Anyways, like a whore, in Spain, like that's why I said never judge people, don't consider people like any jobs they have. You don't know if that whore ended up there because she was forced her life to her there, so she could feed, her family, or moving on. Don't judge people. So anyways, when he said that, and he was I was like 14 and he was like 45, like very old. That's why I have this issue and I don't like older men. And moving on, when he said that you either marry me or you end up a whore, I took his knife that he stabbed me in the leg, and I took it and I put it at my neck, and I was like, you either let me live here or I stick it in. And he was like laughing and are you sure you are going to do that? And I was like, try me. You either leave or I stick it in. So he did let me leave. I don't know if I would have done it, like stick it in, but I did buy myself like a really small but very sharp knife, pocket knife, and I said if anytime that will happen in the future, I would rather stick it in my neck than going through another sexual abuse and moving on. Don't do that. That is just my opinion because I went through the sexual abuse like 3 times. And it's not so pleasant. Moving on. I know that again. Everything happens for a reason. Even that person that he did that because he heard like, anyways, everything happens for a reason. He heard that I was a whore, the fact that I was a virgin, it was like a shock to him. And anyways, moving on, I am very wise. I've been in so many lifetimes till now, and they told me from upstairs like I'm an old soul because I have been through so many lives that I have the wisdom and the fact I can put myself in other people's minds and understand them so very well, even when they hurt me. Moving on, everything happens for a reason. I went through that. Then it's not like in Romanian. I'm losing track, but it's fine. I'm tired. Okay. When I got my first boyfriend, he heard the same thing, that I was a whore. So when he saw that I was a virgin, and the first one with the sexual abuse, he stopped when he saw that I was a virgin. So moving on, when I got my first boyfriend, then he heard I was a whore, and then he saw that I was a virgin. And moving on, he got me pregnant 2 times. The fact that his parents, I don't know, told him he couldn't have any kids. He had, I don't know what type of ear infection. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyways, they said that if you have two ear infections as a man, you can't make children. Anyways, he believed that, and he told me the same thing, and I believed him because I was a kid and moving on. The fact that I got 2 times pregnant, and then I went and I got rid of the pregnancies. First, he said like, no, it's not mine. You went and you slept with others, because he had this like opinion of me that I was a whore and moving on. And the fact that he really did believe that he couldn't make any children and moving on, I went and I had them removed. The first time I did it, they used anesthesia, uh, and I vomited through my mouth and my nose at the same time, and I felt like suffocating because I couldn't have any air whatsoever. The second time that I did it, because the second time I got pregnant, and again he wasn't careful and moving on, and again he said it's not mine. And I'm not like trying to find excuses, because again everything happens for a reason. When I went and I got rid of it, never mind. The doctor wanted to punish me. It was a different doctor, and the doctor wanted to punish me, and he didn't use any anesthesia whatsoever, so I would feel all the pain when you go through it, like it's very painful, so painful. But I got the doctor as well why he did what he did, because he wanted to punish me. After that, I think the upstairs people hit me with the hormonal imbalance, and they were like, here you go, you stupid bitch. Because he's not going to be wiser and you're still stupid. So here you go, the hormonal imbalance. And after, I needed to take the birth control pills because I wouldn't get my period without them. The fact that I got rid of 2 pregnancies, I believed that I will end up in hell, because that is the biggest sin of all. You know, you're taking a life. So that's like the biggest sin of all. But I still did good, because that's just who I am. I like to help others and I like to do good. And even though I believed at the end of my life I will go to hell, I still wanted to do good, because I did the worst sin possible, to end a life. That's what I'm trying to tell you here, people. Even if you do as much bad as possible, and you think no one will forgive you, I did the worst sin from them books to kill someone, and stuff like that. But even if I believed I would end up in hell, I still did good. Okay, so fast forward, and still I'm still a little bit hearless, just because people see me like superficial, and you shouldn't be superficial, people. You should always look at people's heart, soul, kindness. The fact that I've been single for so many years, and people have this impression of me that I choose people for how they look or what money they have or stuff like that. I'm not so superficial. My first boyfriend, and that's funny, because I'm almost 34, and people, they always see me like a whore, even when I was 14 and I was a virgin. So that's okay. I'm like 34, and I had like 4 relationships and 2 like one night stands. So I didn't have so many men in my life. Anyways, the first boyfriend that I had, and I stayed 5 years with him, he wasn't rich. He didn't look so good. He was skinny. He didn't have like his front teeth. He wasn't so good with his hygiene. He was like hairy because he didn't take care of his hygiene, like showering or washing the teeth and stuff like that. I wasn't so superficial, you know, and I stayed with him for 5 years, you know, and I tried to do as good as possible. And even at the end of the relationship, when I saw that he didn't appreciate me, like over and over and over and over, and I had a fight with his brother, who was bigger than him, because he heard that I was a whore, and he wanted to try me as well. Never mind. Anyways, at the end of the relationship, I was like, okay, no, we need to end this, because I try my best as much as possible, but if I keep seeing the fact that I'm not appreciated, and you don't appreciate my soul, I move the fuck on. I never return to where I went before, because I know I gave my best, and it doesn't, for me, it doesn't matter like what's on the outside, or how much money you make, or anything like that. It's just the inside. That's, and if you show me that I'm not appreciated, I'll move on. Okay, the second boyfriend that I had, and the first one, when he got like a big raise at work, he spent the money on something else. Anyways, I just gave him an advice, like, you know, you could go and you could start working on your teeth, because he didn't have, they were very dark and missing. Anyways, and I was like, you could start working on them, you know, because it's not like you need to be like perfect, you know, like white clean, because stuff like that. I drink coffee, sometimes they go yellow, or they started to move, you know, because I had my jaw broken, and then they, when it healed, my lower teeth started to move. Anyways, it's not like you need to be perfect, like stuff like that, or the fact that I love like a man that smells perfume, you know. At least if you don't have the perfume, at least you could smell like clean, you know, like wash clean, you know, like, never mind, like taking a shower, being, anyways. 10 minutes. 9. 9. Da bem mâncat. It is the third time eating since I started, and it's half an hour. I'm looking at him, you know, like, even if I'm here. So, anyways, he didn't take that much care of his hygiene, and for me, it's very important, you know. And moving on. And he didn't look like 100% perfect, and the fact that he did get like a big raise, and he chose to do whatever he wanted to, but in a not so smart way. Anyways, uh, I said for him, not for me. For him, like, you should go fix your tip, you know, cause it's when you talk, you know, he wouldn't smile, because, anyways, he didn't wanted to do that. We had arguments with his sister. She didn't like me, or his mother, or his brother, or I didn't feel appreciated. And then I said, okay, I move on. Even though after he wanted to come back, and no, I said no, go with God, you know, you can always find someone better that you will appreciate. Because that's the thing, when you keep not appreciating the person you have, you will never appreciate that person. If you keep hitting, you know, the person, like mentally or physically, you will never appreciate that person, you know. And you will always find appreciation in someone else, you know. Anyways, okay, so that was my first one. My second one was like really really tall and very skinny, and the fact that he had an obsession with heels. I kept wearing them. My feet started to hurt so badly, and moving on. That's when I started the job, you know, because he stopped working, so I started working this job. Anyways, I wanted to pay for his college, which I did. That was like the first time I lost my hair, because I got like really really stressed, and I worked a lot, and I did pay his college. At night I went to work to pay his college, and the second day I went and to do my exams, and I fall asleep. And I didn't pass them, but anyways, I was glad the fact that I did help him. Even though after I paid for his college, he went back with his ex, and I was I had like a mental breakdown, and I went to the studio back then, and I started to cry, and I thought they would fire me. The fact that I was single now, not at the couple, or the fact that I lost my hair and I look like crap. Anyways, uh, the boss I had back then, he was like, okay, you take a week off and you go and you recover, and then when you come back to work you will have all the accounts for the single and you can start working. Even if I didn't have my hair and I was like so messed up, we just moved with rent, and I thought I wouldn't be capable, and moving on, the boss I had back then, he helped me and he did understand me, and again I see the light in the people, even though the life keeps testing you over and over, and is hard and hard, and you need to get the upgrade, and to be good and spread your light and not the downfall, and hurt others and the darkness and moving on. So that was like the second boyfriend I had. Okay, the third one, um, he broke my jar in my first implants, and the fact that he hurted toy, the fact that I kept doing good in my time. It's not like the Romanian version, but it's fine. We're getting there. The fact that I did so much good in my time, the life, the people upstairs and the down people as well. The universe keeps giving you tests to see, okay, are you wiser? Are you better? Are you kinder? And stuff like that. With my third one, my third boyfriend, even when I found out that I was like the mistress, you know, firstly I thought I got cheated on, but after I heard I was the mistress and he had like a real relationship with his girlfriend for 5 years or stuff like that, and I was the mistress and moving on. So that was like pretty painful. The fact that I had this thing to spoil my loved ones, and I got him like a very expensive fish tank. When we went to the fish store, fish, so he would buy himself some plants for the fish tank. I found toy in the pet shop and I gave all my money to buy him. He was the only puppy that was biting the fish plants, because the seller was putting them down for us to buy, and Toy went and he started to bite them. And I was like, I want that puppy. And I gave like euros and lays and coins, all the money in my pocket to buy him. Um, Everything I did in my life, and I asked the angels, everything I did so far, it was good. Everything. All the choices, even if sometimes I thought uh, there were mistakes, they weren't. All the choices that I made, they were good and they got me where I am. The fact that I always like to spoil the people with expensive gifts, even though it's not okay, because it's not okay. People should appreciate you for your soul, not what you can offer or how you look or your job or stuff like that. Anyways, when he uh, when he broke my jar in my first implants, he stayed in the bathroom for a few hours, taking a bath. And the fact that I have the stomach issue, and if I don't eat at a time for a few hours, it starts to hurt like really badly. And moving on, we wanted to go to the restaurant to eat, and I would have paid, like I paid for everything. And moving on, the fact that I didn't wait for him and I went and I boiled myself some eggs back then, And when he got out of the bathroom and he saw the fact that I did eat and I didn't wait for him, he had like a mental breakdown and he started to beat me up. I understood him even then. The fact that he felt so, I don't know, it's like it wasn't my fault. The fact that I made more money than him, or the fact that I paid for everything, or the fact that I was the mistress. And he's, when I heard I was the mistress, I ended. Or when he told me he ended with his girlfriend, so I'm not okay. Don't be okay being a mistress or cheating or stuff like that. Never. Never. Okay, so anyways, I did understand him. The fact that he felt like shit because his 5 years old girlfriend didn't treat him like I was treating him. The fact that I made more money than him. He felt like really inferior. And that's not okay. Even if you feel inferior, you should always help others up. And that's how I did. I helped others even when I was down low. I helped others and I tried to get them higher. Even if you feel like really down low, never bring the people around you down, so you feel better about yourself. So, anyways, even then I understood him. The fact that he had like a crisis and he started to hit me with the punches and the legs as well. Anyways, when I went down, like in a corner, and he stopped hitting me because he had like this thing I wouldn't stand up, so I wouldn't hit him back. He stopped. Uh, I didn't feel my jaw, it got numb. So when I went with the hand at my face because I didn't feel it, I saw blood. And then blood was coming out of my implants operation because I had like 2 months since I had the implants. Anyways, I had this feeling to go and get a knife from the kitchen and to stab him in the neck. Don't do that. That was like my first. Anyways, when I went up and I wanted to go to the kitchen and get the knife, I saw him hitting Toy with his leg, and Toy was like 6 months. He was like very small. The fact that I saw that. I didn't went for the knife. I took Toy in my hands and I was like, okay, if you would like to hit, you can hit me, not Toy. I felt I wanted to protect him more than myself. Um, he didn't hit me anymore. I waited until he took his stuff and he left. Anyways, um, this is the third one. He was like very skinny. Um, he wasn't so tall. Uh, he didn't like the fact that I wasn't more skinnier than him, and I had like 49 kilos back then. I was very very skinny. But the fact that I wasn't as skinny or lower than him, that's why I said you need to find your self-worth. You need to love yourself for how you are. You need to appreciate yourself, but the inside of yourself. Whenever you want to improve yourself, you do it for yourself. Don't let others bring you down. You're not prettier enough, or you're not skinnier enough, or you don't have a big ass enough, or stuff like that. Anyways, I feel good in my own skin, and I like myself when I was skinnier, when I was fat. You need to feel good in your own skin. Don't let others make you feel like crap. Moving on. The third relationship I had, and the third one, when his niece, the one that he broke to my jaw, his niece, when Toy was small, his niece picked him, throwed him in the air, and then she didn't catch him, and Toy went down, and that's when his spleen cracked, and he started to bleed over and over in the ears, and then he had like that big blood clot on his spleen, and that's why he had to get the surgery and moving on. Okay, that was the third boyfriend. The fourth boyfriend I had, he wasn't so fit, like when we started dating, he was a little fluffy, and he didn't have money so much, or he didn't have a car or stuff like that, because people think the fact that they saw my ex, they think I'm so superficial. The fact that they told me I only stayed with him because of his body. When we started dating, he was a little fat. He wasn't so. Anyways, he didn't have a car. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous or moving the fuck on. So you don't. Anyways, moving on. I'm not superficial whatsoever. I tend to get very attracted to the people's soul. The kindness and stuff like that. As I said, that was the fourth boyfriend I had, and moving on, everything happens for a reason. So, after that, the fourth relationship, I had two one night stands, and moving on. Um, the year, the, the last year, when Toy had his spleen removed because of the blood clot, I needed to make a lot of money so fast. That's when my brain started to get like the high frequency, but just a little, the high frequency, from time to time. The fact that I felt back then that eager for the release, and I got the Tinder installed, and I found this I don't know how to call it in English, let's just say this handsome man, the source of my inspiration. Moving on, even though, never mind, it's like I'm not, it's hard to make people see from your point of view or from your eyes, or to appreciate you if they don't appreciate you. And that's cool, because I get people, like I do understand that other women are better looking than I am, because I know I have so many fucking issues, like my hair still not good, my face is getting older. And moving on, if you want to search for better, more beautiful, you can always do that. I'm not here to judge or resentment or moving on, the good never manipulates, like God for a day and stuff like that. Yeah, if you want to do that, you can go do that. Like I'm very wise when it comes to that. I like to understand people. So everything happens for a reason. As I said, it's not like the same with the Romanian, because I'm tired. Moving on. I don't remember all the details I wanted to. Anyways, when I got the spiritual awakening, and I started to pray like really, really, really powerful. I wanted this man to have protection if something bad would happen with me. Because if I am alive, I know I can give my protection, to others. I can heal others. I can use my powers, to help others, and I did that in my lifetime. And moving on, I prayed like really, really bad, hard, from the heart. And prayer works, like if you're selfless, yeah. Like I wasn't protect me, no. I was like, okay, if I die, it's fine, because I went over and over, all the attacks I had with the demons, coughing blood, or at the bathroom blood, or lice, people wanted me to get my head shaved again, so other men wouldn't look at me at all. They wished me to be bald. I kept getting lice, but it's fine. I didn't shave my head, and I bought a lot of treatment. But anyways, the fact that I didn't use my powers, even when I was attacked, my powers got bigger. Anyways, the angel saw that I was kind and I didn't use my powers to bring harm when I was attacked, and they gave me more protection. And now when I get the attacks, I don't get the lysis anymore. Even though sometimes my head itches, I don't get the lysis. Or the fact that I get the attacks, I don't cough blood anymore. Yeah, sometimes my stomach is, but it's not. Whenever you get updates, like updates, bigger protection, bigger powers, and stuff like that. Okay, so I prayed like very hard protection for this man. And moving on. Okay, so two months ago, I had he had the thing with the drawing. Anyway, I had the idea I wanted to start drawing, like with a pen. I didn't do that in my time, never, anyways, and I started to do it. So now let me just show you. This is like the final, the masterpiece. I started with the drawing with the pencil, but when I went to his hair, I didn't like the way I did it because I didn't knew, like when I wanted to do the shades, with the pencil, I had a good idea, like take the pen. Anyways, I like I did that on the nail something, and it was a lot of dust, from the pen, and then I made some shadows. That was like the brain I had. The fact that I went to the so much details. Anyways, when I bought like a new pen, I tried it here, and I pushed so hard. When I wanted to erase it, I couldn't. And I was like, is the eraser not good? That was the brain I have. That is the brain I have. It's not good on normal things. Good on extra paranormal. Not good on normal. Anyways, and it was like, no, the fact that I pushed so hard, as much as I wanted to erase it, I couldn't. And I had the eager, like the eager to rip the whole page. And that was just my childhood. Whenever I made a mistake, my parents were like breaking the page, and they were like, over again, start again, don't do that. Every mistake, when you think it's a mistake, it's not a mistake, and I will get to it. Don't break the page. If you have children or stuff like that, don't break it. And again, the the eraser with the lips, I used the eraser last so much with the lips, with the nose as well. It was not like black on white, it was like white on black, like I made the contour with the eraser, and moving on. What else? I'm losing myself in the details because I have so many to say. Okay, I did the hair. The fact that, as you can see, it was like I wanted the eyes. I have so many details. You see the eyes? Yeah, we have like the stars and the moons. Anyways, I wanted the eyes to be like the same, almost like, if you see, like it's almost like the same. It's almost quite 3D, like the same measurement as my head, So I wanted the eyes to have the same measurement, but I'm not good, with the measurements and stuff like that. So because I wanted the eyes to be the same, I had to cut the hair and the chest and the shoulders, and I didn't enjoy that because it was like a very good picture with the shoulders and with the hair as well. Anyways, I had to cut it. Then as I said, I didn't knew how to make the hair, with the pen. So then I had this awesome color, which is, look, is it's golden metallic, metal, not too like metal, golden metal, and I loved it. And the fact that he has like blonde ish blondish hair. So I made it, like with the golden, and I did the eyebrows as well, and in the eyes as well with the moon and the stars. Anyways, and the contour, with the ear and the neck, I like it as well. And the fact that I I don't like when people tell me what to do. Not even the angels above, they don't tell me what to do. They give me an information, and it's up to me if I want to do it or not. Usually I do it because I like to do good. Anyways, um, I wanted to do this exactly the way I wanted, like it's not normal, as you can see, it's not normal. And I wanted to show, like, how's my brain, because if you would ask me to explain something like emotions and shit like that, I'm not good at it. So anyways, the fact that you see this, like the painting, on the face, it looks like it's like made of stone, like made of stone, like a regular sculpture, yeah, stuff like that. But the fact that he has like the moon and the stars in his eyes, and this part of the face, it was like cracked, the face, the stone, the face, the face was like stone-ish, like stone, but then it was a little bit cracked, and I saw the inside, so the inside is like made out of glow in the dark colors, so that's awesome. And it's like the universe, and we have the stars, and we have the northern lights, and it was like awesome. So I loved it like so much, even though I didn't make anything like that in my time. As you can see, I'm not, it's like I'm not good, because I like it so much. It's more than I can explain. It's not like perfect, it's like talented, but not perfect, because it it's shitty of me that I did cut the hair, because he had like a very nice hairstyle, and the but anyways, it's the first that I made, and it's awesome. I loved it, even though he was like, you made me a little bit skinny. First of all, I made him more fat. Because I wanted the eyes to look the same, like, 3D, like big eyes, like how I have them in normal life. And I made his face like so, like big cheeks, like. And so then, anyways, he said that I made him skinny. Anyways, he didn't appreciate it so much. I wanted to throw the painting, my creation. I wanted to throw it out the window. And I was like, fuck no. I like it. And that's what is important. If you don't appreciate, I can't force you to appreciate it. Moving on. He was like, oh, yeah, no, it's fine. You should make others. And I was like, fuck no. The fact that you didn't appreciate that, I'm not doing anything else. So, a few days after, the angels above, they gave me an image with him with a big pair of white wings, And I was like, oh, that looks cute. Sure. And I started to draw, like using a pen. I started to draw him. Then when I went to the wings, um, I said like 4 types of wings, normal wings, like angel wings, white wings, stuff like that. And they kept saying no, not like that. And then I erase them. And then I draw again. No, not like that. And then I erase them. Like 5 times. And that's why I keep arguing with them and moving on. And then I closed my eyes and I was like, okay, how? Because I need to focus and visualize. So they gave me like an image. And I started to draw. And I was like, okay, now that's not creepy at all. It is. Uh, then I posted, the drawing. Not then. Wait, no. Then when I went to the hands, because he has like very nice hands, I like the his fingers and his moving on, beautiful, like long nails. Anyways, I couldn't. One hand was like it. I made it perfectly. The other hand, I couldn't. And I was like, okay, I need like metal pen, yeah, you know, with the very slim thingy. Anyways, so I went and I bought it for the other hand, but they were like, when I bought it, they gave me the details for the wings, the details with the eyes. That's why I needed to buy the metallic pen, yeah, because I needed to make the details. And I didn't like the way the metallic pen was showing on the page. It was deepen, darker, stuff like that. I liked more because after I made the details on the wings, I continued drawing with my normal pen. It was softer, you know, like, never mind. Uh, when I did the details on the wings, the eyes, which I heard they're like the biblical angel wings, you know, and moving on. Two people with my powers, you know, like the fallen angels that we are, they felt me as well. The fact that when the angels channel me, I feel like my brain is melting because it gets like overheated. I feel like my brain is melting, you know, and I start to drool and never mind. And I wasn't okay. But two people messaged me at the same time, you know, asking me if I am okay. Hey, how are you? Are you okay? And they felt me. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not like the only uh, fallen angel that feels the other fallen angels as well. Other fallen angels started to feel me as well, you know, like when I'm not feeling good. It's not like I lied when I said, yeah, I'm feeling good, because I wasn't feeling good, but I didn't have the strength in me to talk with them when I was channeling the angels, because the angels consumes me like a lot, you know. I drool and it's pretty hard for me and moving on. Okay, so after I did the details on the wings, then I posted the drawing. Because the angels, firstly, they gave me these details. There were many reasons to motivate him with what I don't get. Maybe not acting like a kid anymore, or maybe, I don't know, appreciating me, or stop running from me, or I don't know. They say motivate him. I don't know with what, and I not using my brain more than I am using it right now. They gave me this drawing to show others, to believe me more. When I say the angels are watching, and do more good, and for you to believe me more, and to spread the word even more, you know, stop being bad. Stop using your powers to do bad. We do have powers. Stop using them. As much bad as you did, you can always be forgiven. And moving on. So I posted that. He was like, hmm, yeah, I like the details on the wings. And I was like, that's all you like? Like, really? Like, I know he said that because I was like very self-conscious about that, about the fact that I would probably scare him with the details on the wings because they look kind of creepy, and that's why he said like, I especially like the details on the wings, but it was a little hurtful for me, you know, because I did draw him like the body, and he didn't get appreciated. I'm used to people not appreciating me. That doesn't mean I like it. Moving on. Anyways, I put a lot of effort in this creation. I have like my second creation. It's not like I wouldn't put any effort, you know, like I did in the first one. I always like to do my best, you know, and I did so much. And moving on, I don't think now only the details on the wings, you know, the eyes. That's what he likes the most, you know, like, let's see. Anyways, um, so I did the details on the wings. Other days passed, and they gave me images of the holy circle above him. Then they gave me details of the flaming sword of Eden. When I got that image, and I argued with them again, because I argue like all the time, I was doing my exercises for my back, because my something on the neck, on the back, spine, hijo de puta, spine, the spine, the bones, they hurt so badly. Because I didn't do the exercises for my back and because of my breast. And the fact that I don't see like so far, and I need to stay like this when I'm drawing, with the details and moving on. My back hurts like so much. So I wanted to do an exercise, in that day. And I don't have the time to do my back exercise. And with the ass, I like the ass how it is. Never mind. So they started to lift the frequency in my head, the loud ringing. And they were like, pay attention to us. And I got like really angry. And then I hit the desk, and I broke my fist again, but it's fine. I got angry because I wanted to finish the back exercise, because my back is hurting and never mind. They showed me firstly, they were like with the loud ringing. So I took like a paper, They showed me firstly a shield, which is not. It wasn't. But that's just the way they fooled me a little, because when I finished the shield, the image they showed me, it wasn't something like it wasn't for me to put on the paper. It was something regular, basic, moving on. But after the shield, they gave me the image of the flaming sword of Eden. That's when my brain cracked, like I had a little panic attack, because it's something, even for me, it keeps getting like, I keep getting surprised, and amazed, and it's very holy. And for my brain, I tend to get stuff very unholy when it's a big tension in my head and moving on. So then they gave me the details of the sword. Okay, other days passed. I woke up and they showed me the image of the hand of God on his shoulder. And I got the paper. Yeah. With the hand. It didn't work out. I searched hand on the paper. It didn't. I tried to. I couldn't make it. And then I got the song in my head. May it be, mau 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 mau. Because sometimes you need to be like on a frequency, so you can hear them better. With the Stranger Things, and every movie is normal. It's not normal. It has an inspiration from something, from the people upstairs. Mom, even with Stranger Things, when they were listening to a song, a specific song, so they would block off Vegna, Stranger Things is happening the next season. Anyways, yeah, they gave me the May It Be. No, 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 no. And I remember that song when I was a kid, and I never saw myself like getting married, because I always saw all the people, and the older, and my parents, they were arguing, and they were like, oh, I'll divorce you and stuff like that. And I never believed in getting married, like is not is not going to last, you know. Like if they, it was like a bad example, and I shouldn't, but that was just how my brain, never mind. But I do remember when I saw the Lord of the Rings, you know, with the girl, the long hair elf, you know, and Frodo and stuff like that. Anyways, when she was there and with her dad, the big elf. Moving on. In the background, it was the song "May It Be." Nom 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 nom. So I was like, that's the song I would like to listen to if I would ever get married, you know, because it was so, you know, like normal people see themselves getting married and they would have like walls, you know, or like any normal song. I don't know, you know, when they get married and is their dance, you know, like the bride and the groom, not too light, the groom and the groom. Anyways, they dance on a song, a specific song. Anyways, when I heard the song and I was a kid, I was like, no, that is the song. If I would ever get married, that is the song I would like to listen to, you know, because I found it so, I don't know. I don't have the words, you know, so different, so high level. I don't know. Anyways. So when they gave me that song, I keep trying to do the hand and it didn't work. So I put in the song. I get it like higher. It it calmed like my frequencies, you know, from my brain because I was channeling them. So then I looked at the drawing and I started to see how I need to draw the hand, because when I did the wings, they gave me the image in my head, but when I started the details of the eyes on the wings, the details appeared on the page. It's not like they appeared on the page, they appeared in my eyes. The angels made me see what I saw on the page when I was channeling. Okay. I don't know if I explained. So I saw what they showed me that was showing on the paper, you know. Anyways, so I draw what I was seeing. Anyway, moving on. That's how the hand uh, went as well. They showed me on the page what I needed to see and to draw. Besides the fact that after I did draw it, and it was overwhelming because it was the hand of God. Everything is overwhelming for me, you know, and I feel so honored to do this and stuff like that. It was overwhelming as well because it was exactly what I asked for, you know, when the new year, when I got attacked at the new year, and I prayed from the bottom of my soul for him to be protected if something bad would happen to me, because I already been through so bad and I was used to it and I was tired, and if I would go, I'm okay with it because I am tired. But I did pray like from the bottom of my heart that nothing bad would happen to him. Even if I'm gone, the angels heard me and God heard me. And when I finished drawing the hand of God on his shoulder with the specific emotional little bitch, with the specific details of so many other angels and humans coming out of God's hand, and the fact that God had his hand on his shoulder, like, yeah, God heard my prayer. And he gave me like the answer, yeah, if you are going to die, you know, like it's cool. he will be protected, like I will protect him, like it's okay, like I got the answer to my prayer. And it works when you pray like so heartful, and deep from your heart and selfless. Like I didn't pray for myself, I prayed for someone else's protection and stuff like that. Now let me show you the painting. I get emotional and I am so tired. Okay, so it is in the frame. Here we have the yin and the yang. And yeah, and here we have the infinity as well. To infinity and beyond, bitches, to the moon and back. So now we have the details on the wings. We have so many eyes, you see. And they don't even look the same. Now, we have the hand of God. We need more light. And we have so many specifics, you see, you can't see it, never mind. You can almost see it, can you? No, you can't. We don't have too much to less to, you get it. Now, let's see. Okay, so we have the details, so many eyes. Okay. The flaming sword of Eden. And they gave me the details of the flaming sword because I didn't know how to make the fire, the flames. I didn't. And I was like angry with them because they didn't help me with the chest and I didn't know. Or with his hands. See? Better now. As I said, he has beautiful hands. The first hand I draw like almost perfect, with the long fingers, like beautifully. The other one, I didn't know how to make the fist. Anyways, I argued with them, because they didn't help me with the hands or the chest. But when I went to the flaming sword, they only showed me the sword. It has to be black. And I was like, I don't know how to do the flames, like help me, divinely guidance, because I don't know how to do. And they did help me, and I got like really angry and I was like, help me because I don't know. And they did. I don't know how to make the flames, and they showed me. Moving on. The hand of God. Mimi. Where is it? Okay, here. Meh. Now, we have so many. And don't look at my nails because they look like manly and it's fine. I didn't have the chance to make them. Moving on. Okay. We have so many details here, but we don't have the focus. Focus. We don't have it. We have so many details. I did make some pictures and you can see them on my Instagram. So you see the details. Anyways, so many people are coming out of God's hand. The fact that they showed me the hand after I made the wings, and you can see, like through the hands. I didn't want to erase anything, like the drawing, so the hand would be over. I didn't want to erase that, that is exactly how they showed me to do it and I did it, it's not like a mistake. So the fact that all the colors I used, they were good, thick. I didn't paint in my time so much. So I'm sorry, it's getting late here. Anyways, I didn't paint so much in my time, so I don't know exactly how to mix, the colors. If you put more water, it gets really slim, thin, and you need to put it like 10 times, Okay. If it's too thick and you don't put enough water, it cracks. The fact that all my colors were like expensive, thick, like stuff like that, except for the white. When I bought them, anyways, the white, I didn't find the white as thick. They didn't have that color. Anyways, it's a non-color. Moving on. I bought a cheap white, and it wasn't thick, like cream. And moving on. So when I did the white here, it started to crack, and I didn't like it because I wanted it to be as beautiful as possible, like as much as perfection I could, because I find it amazing. Anyway, I had the idea with the body oil, baby oil, baby body oil. And I started to fill it up, because the page would absorb it, and it wouldn't be cracked anymore. So I started to do that. When I did that, I touched him a little, but then I liked it. Here on the page, if you see, it's like he's, I don't know how to say, glowing. Glowing. Like glowing. Yeah, maybe glowing. So anyways, then I started to do that with the oil on him, and he looks like he's glowing, and the wings as well. I didn't want to paint them, because I need the details perfectly like they showed me. But the fact that the oil went and touched him and the hand of God, then I said, no, that's how it should have been. And it's not like a mistake. That's what I'm trying to say. Even with the pen uh, on the first one, and I wanted to break the page and stuff, it wasn't a mistake, because at the end, I did feel the painting with black, Even the oil, the fact that it touched him, it started to glow. It looks like he's glowing. Then I went on the wings. Firstly, they showed me a pair of white wings, and then silver, like the body armor, and like the protection for the hand, so the flame wouldn't burn him. Firstly, they gave me normal wings. Then they gave me the others, like it goes me, it goes from here to here, and stuff like that. When I gave the oil on the wings, they showed me I need to put some small dots of blood on the wings. The fact that I put the oil and then I mixed with the blood, it looks so fucking awesome. Like the paintings in oil, it mixed much better, with the red. And at the end, we have, that's just my signature, like, I'm such a fucking artist. Here we have the yin and the yang. That is exactly the reason, we, the fallen angels, and the people as well, but we, the fallen angels, we have the power to bring light, and half dark. And here we have the infinity sign, to infinity and beyond, beaches to the moon and back. I feel so honored to make this, because it comes from them. If you have a problem with the fact that I have this beautiful, handsome man, handsome, but it's beautiful, it's handsome. That's how you use it. For a man, I don't know. But with the angels and the fact that it's holy, and it looks like holy stuff, and you can argue with the angels, if you have a problem. That's what they told me to show you. So you would believe me more when I say I talk with the angels and they are looking and stuff like that. So I did it, even though I I am here to show you, like, believe me more when I say I talk to the angels. Believe me more when I say do more good. Uh, Stop being bad. There is heaven. There is hell. You can always. I look so good. When I said people can change, I was right. You can always change, even when you do a lot of bad. Now, when I got pregnant twice, and I got rid of them, and as I said, I'm not making excuses. I was young, I was stupid. I'm telling you this so you learn from my mistakes and stuff like that. Then he said that I went with others and I was a whore, and it's fine. Everything happens for a reason. I did believe I will end up in hell because I did like the biggest sin of them all. The fact that I felt so much grief. I dreamt, I had so many nightmares. I saw them being cut out of me and stuff like that. Moving on. I felt all the pain. I felt all the grief and stuff like that. I did forgive myself for what I did. And then I choose to do more good. And again, helping others. And again, even if I had the impression I'm going to hell because I did the biggest sin, the biggest harm ever, you know. The fact that I had the spiritual awakening on New Year, um, they told me the fact that I had got rid of, I don't know how you say it in English, abortion. I think something like that. Anyway, it wasn't a sin because their soul relocated in my puppies because I did so much good in my life, and whenever I was attacked over and over and over, I kept continuing to do more good and more good and more good. They gave their souls to my puppies. So I had a second chance, another test to take care of them, to have them in my life. Now I was wiser, I was capable, and I got tested to see if I would fail the test or not. The fact that Toy had the spleen issue and I had to make the money for the surgery so fast, and I was like, it's fine. I could give one of my kidneys just to make the money for him, or I would sell my car or stuff like that. The fact that Boo Boo had the eye issue, and the doctor said he will never be able to see again with that eye. He was born with a wound on his eye, but I kept giving him treatment for his eye, and I keep giving him right now. He is able to see with that eye, even though he doesn't have normal tears like we have, and his eye keeps getting dry, and I have to give him fake artificial eye drops, anyways. um, they told me from upstairs, the angels, that the scene that I made, like the biggest scene, when you kill someone, when you take someone's life, like that's the biggest sin ever. The fact that I did so much good in my life, even if I believed I will end up in hell, like I was okay with it. I did what I did. I felt the grief. I knew I was guilty of what I did, and I saw all the downs and all the ups. And if the situation would have been different, maybe I would have chosen something else. But exactly, things happen for a reason, like with the hormonal imbalance, with the fact that we didn't get along, with the second boyfriend, the third boyfriend, the fact that he did hit Toy after he broke my jaw. He gave me the that that had to happen. He gave me the, it was like another test for me. He gave me the option. I would go get the knife, or I would go protect Toy, and I did that. If he would continue hitting, I would rather get beaten down than Toy getting hit again, So that was another test for me, and I would protect him over than me and stuff like that. The fact that his knees throwed him and he had the spleen cracked because she didn't catch him, uh, and I had to get the surgery for him, and that's when my brain started to hurt, and I started to hear the loud ringing. The fact that I felt the need for the release, because I didn't have it for so many years. The fact that I installed my Tinder. The fact that I got to know this guy. Uh, Everything that happened, like so far, everything happens for a reason. For me, like this is like the conclusion of today. I'm so tired. I didn't say like the same as Romanian version, but it's fine. The point is, I do talk with the angels. Uh, when I said, they keep testing me, from upstairs. When I said people can change, that's right. Um, Even if I did the biggest sin possible, when you take someone's life, that's like the biggest sin, like on the higher level. And I was okay with the fact that I will go to hell. It's fine. It's not like it's fine, like it's not important. It wasn't. I didn't find it to be so important for me, because I went through the sexual abuse with getting stabbed. It's what it's. Never mind. Um, I did the biggest sin. I thought I could never be forgiven or stuff like that. No, the thing is, if I did the biggest sin, and even though I was thinking I will end up in hell, that was just my soul. The fact that I kept doing good in my time. That was just how I am, you know. Even though my life was hard, and I'm trying to say this because people always see the light inside of me, because I always try to help others. But I'm here to show you the dark side as well, because I know I have the powers to do bad. I know I'm showing you, like I'm not showing you rainbows and pink shit, like I'm not showing you. This is how my brain functions, like, and this is how you should see the life and accept it, the fact that you should accept the life is made out of light and darkness, because it's not only pink and rainbows and shit like that. I am here to tell you this: even if you did a lot of wrong in your life, you can always be forgiven, and you can always choose to change something. So at the end of your life, you go upstairs, because the I'm so tired. The purpose, the thing is, you need to think of the bad you did. Um, feel you need to think of the bad that you did, but you need to realize it. Like, don't deny. You need to realize all the bad that you did in your life, all the times that you harm others, all the times that you did something bad, and you see it like a sin or stuff like that. Allow yourself to feel that grief, like feel bad because you did it. Forgive yourself for what you did, because we all do bad. Humans and fallen angels as well. We are all tested, if we do good or we do bad. You need to feel that grief when you did bad, you know. Forgive yourself and then do more good. You need to learn, you need to get your upgrade, like even if you did something really bad. Because some people, they don't want to believe in heaven or hell because they are scared they did a lot of bad in their lifetime. And if they would accept the fact that there is heaven or hell, they will be scared they will end up in hell. No, you need to. That's why I'm here to show you the updates from the angels, the drawing, the painting, and stuff like that, the details. And moving on, you need to accept the fact there is heaven, there is hell. Even if you did a lot of bad in your time, you have the ability, because the universe is giving you this. And even if you did a lot of bad, the universe will keep giving you tests to see, are you still going to choose to do bad, or are you going to choose to do good? That's why we are here on earth, fallen angels as well, when we have the superpowers to do good or bad, to bring demons and disease and shit with our dark forces, or to do good and spread more light and heal others and protect. So even humans as well, we fallen angels, we don't have the devil inside of us like normal people. Normal people have, whenever they do more good, they have the angels. Whenever they do more bad, they have the devil. We fallen angels, we don't have the devil inside of us because we are already born with the dark forces as well. We have the light forces, and we can heal, take pain, protect others, and stuff like that. The alchemists, we get the dark energy, like the dark forces, and we transform them into light. That is how the alchemist works. We have that power. We don't have the devil because we can already, but when we use our dark forces, the devil grows because we are using the forces we have from him. Even though we don't get the devil inside of our brain like normal people, but if we get angry and we allow ourselves to release the darkness inside of us, and we use that power, we use the devil's power, and he grows. Now, the fact that I don't even know where I was, moving on. The last month, the last years, I keep getting attacked, but the last month, when I started the painting with the angel, with all the details the angels showed me, with the hand of God and moving on, I got so attacked, like everywhere, with my health. I didn't have asthma, allergic asthma to the pollen, or if I get angry, the asthma triggers. I get allergic to getting angry. It's stupid. I did have the nose allergies, at the dust or stuff like that. But the neck thing, the fact that it gets swollen, I didn't have it in my lifetime. I had it like twice when I was younger and stuff like that. And when I went to the doctors, they were like, "No, you're crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. We did all the tests." And I was like, "Bitch, I can't breathe. No air is coming." Anyways, a nurse heard me and he did give me an anti-allergic. Anyways, in the past month, I started the thing with the pollen. Then I keep getting attacks, like with my health, like with the money. I can't recover, even if I stay online like so many hours. Even with my bills, I have like the biggest bills like in all the block, and that's this, and I'm one person in. Anyways, with my puppies, they keep having health issues and stuff like that. People using their powers over me so they would silence me, and even the devil himself keeps trying to silence me. In the 3D, this uh, reality, and the 5D as well. When you are in the 5D, that's when you are sleeping. I can get in the 5D even when I'm awake, but it's hard for my conscience, it's hard for my brain. That's why I feel it melting. When I get the 5D, I can hear other people's minds. I can read them, or I can channel the angels. When you go to sleep, that's when you go in the 5D. That's when your subconscious is active. That's when you can hear so many people at once, and I can read. Never mind. Or that's when the angels can channel me, but the devil can attack me even more. If you ever saw cases of people dying in their sleep, and they don't have any symptoms, at the autopsy, like why did that person die? That's how. That's how. Because when you go to sleep, that is the easiest way to go in the 5D. That's when you get visions easier. That's when you get harmed easier. Because in the third D, this they don't harm me as much as possible, as they don't harm me as much as they would like to. I'm not scared of them. The upstairs, they protect me more and more, but in the 5D it's hard, it's much more intense, everything. Sometimes I do, when you get the spiritual awakening, sometimes I do awake in my sleep, like in my 5D. When I dream that the devil wants to kill me, and is choking me, sometimes I do have the power in me to wake up in my dream, like in Divergent. There were just a few people that had this ability to wake up when they were sleeping in their dream. They woke up in the dream. And they were like, "No, this is not real." Even the movies, they have the source of inspiration from someone. like I had the source, so I would show you. Okay, so sometimes I wake up in my dreams and I was like, no, this is not possible. He was like choking me, trying so hard to silence me. So I don't spread the word, and you people will be more good. And he would lose more of his advantage, and the soldiers and people using his powers. Sometimes I have the power and I wake up in my sleep. I was like, no, this is not real. I'm sleeping and I need to wake up. And then I do wake up. Sometimes I don't have the power because I'm so tired. And a few weeks ago, the devil choked me so hard. The upstairs angels, they do protect me. But I was so tired. I didn't have the strength to wake up in time. I woke up a little bit more late, and the devil choked me even better. So when I woke up, I started to cry, but not like the sadness or scared. I don't normally cry, like I cry from the anger. Because the devil didn't have the balls, to attack me when I was awake. Because I'm not scared. He wanted in the 5D when I was asleep, and I wanted to rest, because that's why you go to sleep, to rest. Your body needs it and your mind. Anyway, so I started to cry from the anger, the fact that my neck hurted all day, because the 3D has a connection with the 5D as well. The fact that I was coughing blood when people wanted to harm upon me, and I don't have so many bad issues with my stomach. I do have the gastric ulcer since I was a kid, but it's healed. It's a scar. I do take care of it, and I don't drink cola or eat fries all the time or stuff like that. Because if I would do that, it would get and it actually does get activated from time to time when I get angry, but it's not like open wound, so it would have a reason for me to cough off blood. Or the lice, like I wash my hair twice, uh, once every 2 days and stuff like that. Anyways, the fact that I did help the people that wished harmed upon me, because the angels told me that person is going through a hard time, and it's up to me if I want to help them or not. So I did try to help them as much as possible. And I said everything. Don't be so mean. Don't look outside, don't stop using your powers. Whenever you get into tension situations or any type of tension situations, uh, try to be calm and be wise and give your light, stop feeling bad energies towards anyone. And moving on, the angels told me that person will harm you. They wish harm, they still wish harm upon you, and they will harm you. And they were right. But the fact that I did choose to help them, even if they told me that, my powers grow and the protection grows. And whenever you keep getting more and more attacked and you don't use your dark forces, so you attack back, your powers grow and your protection grows, and you don't receive the attacks like you used to. They keep getting smaller and smaller, even though they told me someone paid someone else to send a demon towards you to kill you. It only took for you like 2 more hours of sleep, so you would sleep more because you felt like really tired. Because that's what I'm trying to say. 3D has a connection with the 5D, with the paranormal. The fact that if you feel very tired and you did sleep so much and you take vitamins like I take them and stuff like that, but you feel like so tired, like it's okay because I hear them and I hear the attacks. Or if I don't hear the people that harm me, the upstairs angels, they tell me, after a day or something like that, they're like, see, they pay the demon to kill you, and then it didn't. It get just a little bit, because my powers keep getting bigger and bigger, and my protection as well. So the fact that I keep helping others, and whenever I get attacked, I don't use my dark forces. Even in the past month, even with my health, the my puppies, the fact that Toy got attacked a few weeks ago, and the fact that I heard that person using his powers and the hate he had over Toy, his operation cracked. He had stomach worms, and he was very sick, almost breathing. He was like a vegetable. The fact that I saw Toy like that, the fact that I was hearing the person that was attacking him, I could have used my powers, and in 10 minutes I could have killed that person. But I don't want to do that because I always see the light in others. The fact that he helped me when he could have said, go long, go far, go deep, I don't give a fuck about you, you're fired, or stuff like that. I know and I believe that life gives you hard times, but you should never let what's happening on the outside change the way you are on the inside. So I always saw the light in him. Even when he broke my jaw, I always understood the fact that, and it wasn't my fault, the fact that his girlfriend didn't appreciate him. The fact that I got sick of that relationship and I left. The fact that life got us where we are and stuff like that. I didn't want to wish harm upon him because he had so much anger towards Toy. Because if I would have used my dark forces, I would bring him harm, and I didn't want to do that. I took Toy in my arms, uh, under my shirt, so it would be skin on skin, and I started to use my powers, my protection powers, and I started to pray. I was like, God, give him, um, no, I was like, God, give me all his pain. Give me all his pain. I was praying I would take all his pain and I would feel all his pain just so he wouldn't feel the pain. I did that 6 hours. I tried to block his thoughts so I wouldn't hear him because it got me more angry and stuff like that. I blocked his thoughts. I didn't look at Toy because if I would, when I saw him like a vegetable, and he was, anyway, and I was trying only to release the light inside of me, my protection, my healing powers. I did that for 6 hours. I tried to prepare myself for the worst case scenario, the fact that if he would die in my arms, it's okay because he would be after in a better place. I would prepare myself mentally because if he would have died in my arms, I wouldn't like to release all the pain I felt towards that guy that was attacking, because I didn't want him to be harmed with my powers, even though he was attacking. I know that life gets you to a point, but I always see the light in others, and I always try to help others. So after 6 hours, Toy started to feel better, started to wiggle his tail. Um, I went and I gave him something to eat. The second day, uh, I got online because I needed to make money because I still don't recover. Even though I work all the time, people wish to see my downfall as much as possible. And it's okay. I got online. My back, my neck is still hurting even now. The fact that I had the strange positions to do the drawing because I can't see very far, and there were like very small details I needed to do. I heard from upstairs. Continue the painting, the drawing. You only pray when you need to. And as I said, I do argue with them. I pray, and I don't pray like for myself. I don't know. Anyways, I argue with them. And I was like, okay. I was online trying to make money. At the same time, I was continuing the painting. And I was having Toy in my arms because he wasn't feeling like 100% okay, and healed and moving on. I didn't want to use my power towards him, to attack him, to protect Toy, because I had the option, if I would allow myself to calm him, so he wouldn't harm Toy, I could have done that, and in 10 minutes Toy would have been better, and he would have been harmed, but I didn't want to do that. I always see the light in people. I do believe that people can always be saved, and I'm right. I saw a TikTok of an old lady saying, whenever you argue with something, haha, it's okay, you can imagine you are killing them in your head. Haha, it's fine, you can imagine them, because you're not doing it in real life. So you can imagine. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Don't think harm towards anyone. You don't know if you have my powers. If I would imagine someone dead with my powers, that person would die. Like that. Don't do that. I wish I could give my wisdom even to that old woman with the TikTok. I would never give you people advices of something I don't know about. Like how you could swim. I don't know how to swim. I do it like doggy style, like it's a good thing I have the implants. Even if I it would I could get drowned, like because of my implants, they lift me, like over the water. I wouldn't give you advices like I don't know, driving using a bicycle. I don't know how to use it. I never learned. I wouldn't give you advices on something I'm not good at. So don't listen to the old woman when she said you can always imagine someone dead. Ha ha ha. No, the fuck not. If I would do that, people could actually die. So you don't know if you have the powers. You shouldn't let life get you down. Uh, You shouldn't let what's happening on the outside change who you are on the inside. That's the most important thing ever. Ever. Whenever, as I said again, I hope these were like all of the details I said in Romanian. I don't think so, but anyways. Um, I had the two abortions. That was like the biggest sin. And I still believed I went to hell, but I still did good. The fact that I did good, they gave me another chance, and another, and they tested me, and they still are testing me, even if this last month was so hard. And they told me, I felt all the pressure with the money, with my puppies, with my health. Everything is hurting. All the sinuses. I can't breathe. I can't sleep. I can't. Never mind. But they told me that's why everything around you is trying to stop you from spreading the word, you know? And I was like, yeah, okay. Okay, no worries. I won't sleep. I didn't take my sleeping pills, you know. So the devil won't get me in my sleep. It's fine. I didn't sleep so much lately. I started eating more bread, so I would take more antibiotics because my sinuses are so fucked up. I didn't open the window, and I keep having the air purifier, and I have the treatment inside for the fucking pollen with the asthma and stuff like that. All the financial issues, I don't want to stress myself, and I'm very calculated at everything and stuff, all the bills and stuff like that. But I said, okay, the devil is trying to silence me. Fuck you. I'm not going to sleep. I'm still working. They said from upstairs that my trauma will be my legacy. Okay. Well, thank you. Like, I'm so fucking honored. It's fine. I do realize the past month was so challenging because I kept getting tests over tests and attacks, challenges over challenges. So I would quit. No. And I got more and more and more ambitious, and I finished it. I wanted to tell you. They wanted me to tell you and to show you the fact that I'm not joking. I do talk with the angels. The fact that there is heaven, there is hell. You can always change yourself. The worst sin ever, I did it with the abortions. I killed two people. That is like the worst sin ever. The fact that I chose to feel the grief, to forgive myself, and then to do more better, even if I had the impression I'm going to hell. Life kept giving me tests, and I passed them over and over. Good, you know, I keep helping others. They gave my puppies the souls. They relocated the souls of my two pregnancies. That's why I felt I would protect them with my life. That's why I felt that. When Toy got attacked, I didn't use my powers to harm. I used my powers to protect him. I started to learn how to use my powers so good. With the channeling as well. I start to cut people's minds. I don't like to read people's minds. It's very tiring for me. And usually people don't think so highly of me. You know, it's not something I would enjoy to do, to read, to listen. Last year ago, oh, I'm almost getting there. Okay, last year ago, I had a dream. Usually in your sleep, you can't read numbers or run or stuff like that. I had a dream. 16, the day, 16 something something, 20, 32. So I called my sister-in-law and I was like, okay, so I saw this dream. I had this dream and I saw this number. And I think that's the day I die. Like, if I will die then, please let everyone know. I knew that day. I told you. I dreamed of it. And she was like, you're not going to die. Don't think like that. And I was like, you remember? Okay, I remember. I put it on my phone. When I got the spiritual awakening, I asked them, 16, the day 16, something, something, 2032. Is that the day I die? And they were like, no. Okay, so it wouldn't be hard for me. I'm already tired. I'm tired of life. That's why perhaps I'm not scared of dying. Because I'm tired. When I asked them, 2032, I asked them, is the day I'm going to die? No. I do have the feeling. I could have asked them if it's something worse. Something is going to happen then. I don't want to know why. That's why I didn't ask what is going to happen. I don't want to know what is going to happen because I have the feeling something good is not going to happen. If I got the spiritual awakening and I can channel the angels so good, the fact that I can read people's minds, even if people see me like I'm garbage or like I'm a whore, you can take it like this. If a whore had the spiritual awakening and she's talking with the angels and she made a drawing with the wings that are from the Holy Bible, that's how angels look. The fact that I was online when I made them, I didn't even draw them from somewhere. So everything was like happening then and stuff. You can take it like that. Believe me when I say something is not good in 2032. And I think it's up to us. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. I believe that it's up to us, like the humanity. We need to do more good and to spread more light. The fact that we are 1044 something something. I don't know how you say it in English. 144000 144400. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Fallen angels on earth with these powers. You don't know if you're one of us. What if God was one of us? Just a stranger on a bus. So that's what I'm saying to you, people. Spread the word. Don't be so bad. Don't be so harmful towards others. Spread more light. I showed you, I went through 2 aversions. That's what happened. People saw me like a whore and they still see me like one. There's nothing wrong with being a whore. You never know why she ended up like that. If she was forced to do that job, if force, like physical force, like stolen, like kidnapped, like I was, if she was forced by the life, like to take care of her family, like to support, to make the money. Don't be a racist. Don't be a racist, like only see outside. You need to see deep within and to be more kind and to spread the word. Be more good. Some shit is going down. in 2032. I don't know exactly what it is, but I do believe it's something bad. If we don't change and be more good, and I'm trying, and I'm trying to spread the word, that's why they gave me the painting with all the details and so holy, like so holy. And it is a shock besides this work, because people saw me like a whore with this job. Even if I've been single for so many years, and I was looked like as a whore even when I was a virgin. So you can realize that. Okay. Now, we fallen angels. I'm trying to give you all the details as possible. We fallen angels. This is the meaning of life. Life is a test. We fallen angels and normal humans as well. Life is a test. In your life, if you go doing nothing whatsoever, no good or no bad, it's not good. You need to bring some meaning, like you get again and again and again. You need to help others. You need to bring more light. You need to give importance to the true important things in life. The fact that I, okay, the fact that I have this passion for Egypt, and this is the goddess of Egypt, Bast, the warrior and the protector. And she has the little pharaoh here. And the sword. The sword! Anyways, I have this. I said the word before, I don't remember it now. I'm so tired. This passion for Egypt. I believe I was there. I had a dream. I was there in the past life. I had a dream with Egypt. Since I was a kid, there was a place, a dark place in the pyramid, a dark hole, and it was like a dark hole, and if you would enter it, you could go like to the left or to the right. And I kept having that dream over and over, and I knew the way, because if you went to the left side, like it was safe, and if you would go to the right side, it was like full of traps and stuff like that. So whenever I had the dream, and I liked it. I never went to Egypt. I only saw Greece, and I like that as well. But Egypt was like something amazing of me. I always had this connection. That's why I'm saying I do believe in a past life I was there. I had that dream, and so many times, the dream with Egypt and a dream at the seaside. And I never was in that particular area to the seaside, but I remember it anyways. I saw a TikTok like a month ago. They actually discovered that place in the pyramid. I'm so tired. That I dreamt as a kid. Like the hole, the dark hole in the pyramid where you went left and where you went right. And I had that dream since I was a kid, and I always knew you should go there, or you should go there, or you should go there. There is a trap. I knew my way. Anyways, I saw a TikTok with that place they found. Exactly the thing I dreamt. Anyways, moving on. The thing with Egypt. I do believe I was in Egypt in the past life. I do believe I was Italian in a past life, because sometimes I have an accent, an Italian accent, and I think I was Italian in a past life. The fact that I asked the angels, is this my last lifetime? They were like, yeah, I got my spiritual awakening, and I'm not going back. Like, after I die, I would reincarnate into another person or an animal or stuff like that. And it's fine. I wanted that. The Egypt people said that if they would get burned at their death, they wouldn't reincarnate. That is false. I asked angels. That is false, because your soul gets relocated. It doesn't matter if your body gets burned or in the ground, buried. Yeah, and it's okay. I want, because that's what I had this thought. When I die, I want to tell my family, please burn me. I don't want to come back because I'm tired. I've been here before. And the angels did tell me, yeah, I had so many other lives. Like I got so many other lives reincarnated. That's why I have so much wisdom right now. That's why I have so much kindness. That's why I can put myself in other people's shoes and I can think how they think. That's why I'm highly sensitive and I don't get along with the bad. I had the bad all my life. All my life. The bad people, the bad energies, all the bad stuff that happened towards me and stuff like that. That's why I have the social anxiety. That's why I don't like so many people around me and moving on and stuff like that. Anyways, the this is the okay. So this is the meaning of life. Like you need to give importance to the important things in life. You need to give importance to your family, to your children. We are one. They said we are 1,400 fallen angels every lifetime on Earth. Um, like when one fallen angel dies, it gets relocated, or it gets the level up, it goes to the heaven or downfall. So stop using your wings, your bad powers, the darkness, because you don't get your wings, you go downstairs. Okay, so they said we are 144,000 fallen angels. We are sent to with two on earth. We are meant to find our twin flame, our soulmate. We are meant to find the other half of our soul. We are meant to conceive a child with our powers. But you need to teach your child, like you need to teach your child how to use his powers and to spread more light. Your child will be so attacked in his life. My job with the spiritual awakening, whenever I feel a new fallen angel, whenever I feel another fallen angel's power, let's say like that, I let them know, you are like me, I read your mind, or you wished harm upon me, you used your powers over me, or stuff like that. Be careful, you are a fallen angel like me, and you shouldn't feel anger towards anyone. So you don't use your powers, because you did use them on me, and never mind. Uh, that is like my job. I need to spread the word, and I do let them know. But there are 1,400 fallen angels in every lifetime. You know, you don't know if you are a fallen angel. You're maybe in China, and I don't feel you. We didn't have any connection, so I would feel you. You should always do good, do good. When I was abused, when I was stabbed, when I was kidnapped, when I was treated like garbage, like my whole life, when I got my bra, the bra was broken, the bra was joking. when my jaw was broken. I'm so fucking tired. When my jaw was broken with my breast implants, with everything, everything, like to the end of it, I didn't want to use my dark forces. I didn't want to use them. That's what I am saying to you. Don't wish harm towards anyone. I understand even the people that abused me. Because we fallen angels, we have this energy that people get attracted to, something like that. When I said I can't be with anyone like everyone, I meant I only feel safe with the people like me, with the fallen angels, cause normal people, they get like crazy, like they can't help themselves. That's why I had the sexual abuse like 3 times in my life. Uh, okay, so they said from upstairs, we are meant to find each other and to conceive a child, and the child has our powers. You need to teach your child to be kind, to be good, to help others. Whenever there's a tension moment, always do good. If you feel there's nothing left you can do to help the situation, to spread your light, don't let that situation bring the darkness out of you. You leave that situation or the person or something like that. You say, okay, go with God. Whenever I see the fact that besides the fact that I have this curse and the gift as well, and I hear people, when they wish harm upon me, but I'm getting to use my powers more and more, and I keep blocking the channeling other people and their thoughts. And it's not nice, to hear other people when they are cursing you. And you want to be on the toilet. It's not nice to hear other people, like. Anyways, you need to teach your child, be good, because life will trigger your child so much. The fallen angels will have it way much more worse than a normal human, because they have the spreading of the light and the darkness, and the devil will try and trigger the shit out of the fallen angel. So the fallen angel would use the darkness, the dark powers, the devil's powers, so that will increase the devil, and he can get more and more. We know with opening the portals, whenever you use your dark forces, you open portals and more dark comes in. Now, the fact that I keep getting attacked with the child as well, that's what I'm trying to say. You need to teach your children, be more good, spread more light. Whenever they say, oh, that child stole my toy, or stuff like that, you said, you know what, it's fine. You give that toy with all your heart, like, here, this is a gift. Perhaps you're not able to buy yourself a toy. Maybe your parents are not able. You take it. It's a gift from me. It's okay. I can stay without a toy. And I promise you, if your kid says something like that, you would buy your kid like 10 toys. Like, you would be so, I don't have the word in English. It's not just grateful. You would be so, oh my god, like, I don't have it. Like my kid did that. I am so proud. No tu lie, pero I'm so proud of you. You know, like you need to teach your child kindness, light, how to respond in situations like tension, bad situations, you know, because life will test your child so badly. Your child will uh, go through so many traumas because the dark forces will try to bring out the darkness inside your child, and the powers grow through traumas. Whenever you go through a trauma, your powers get bigger. It depends how you respond in the trauma. If and it's not like, no, your powers get bigger in any trauma, you know, your powers to do good and your powers to do bad. It's just like, if you do good, your protection grows as well, because the angels see you. If you do bad, the angels see you as well, and they don't protect you. And the evil, the devil, keeps attacking you more and more and more, and you use your powers more and more because you're weak. You don't need to be weak, you know. The devil sees you're weak, and he's like, haha, you're my soldier, I'm using you, you're my puppet, I'm using your powers, and you open more and more gates for me to enter the world. That is why I'm trying to say some shit is going down in 2032. I don't believe it is good shit. I am here to tell you, do more good. Bring more light into the universe. Powers grow with traumas. You need to shield your child from the traumas. You know, you need to teach your child. If your child says, I want only sweets, you say your stomach hurts. You don't hit him, you know, don't hit him. You say, okay, you get your sweet after you have a big pile of healthy shit, you know, like healthy food. After you finish that healthy food, you can get your sweet. If he cries, if he, wah, I want the sweet now, you say, okay, you go to your room. You shut down his TV, you know, or phone or stuff like that. You say, you are grounded until you come back. You're calm. You're ready to eat your healthy shit. After that, you will get your sweet. If you are not calm, you will get hungry. You will come, you will eat the healthy shit, but you won't get any sweet whatsoever. It is up to you. The choice is yours. And that's how you can act and how you can teach your child, you know, and your child will be grateful you didn't hit him when he was like misbehaving. When he will grow up, he will realize it's a good thing my mom gave me the healthy shit. Because if I would eat only sweets, my stomach will fucking hurt, you know, because it's not good. Anyways, that's what I'm trying to say. You need to shield your child from the trauma. Because his powers grow once he's been through traumas. When his power grows bigger and bigger, the devil keeps trying to punch him over and over and over, so he would release the darkness inside. So he would use the dark forces. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Spread more love, spread more light, be more good. And I do hope, like, that's all I said in Romanian. If it's not, that's like the main point. I prayed for this beautiful, handsome man. I prayed for his protection. I got the answer. Besides the fact that I got the answer. It's cool. We will protect him. We heard you. We will protect him if something will happen to you. So I'm very grateful for them, because they heard me. And it's something amazing when you're like so divinely channeled, and they hear me so good. I am very happy the fact that I am here to show you this as well, and to show you the fact I'm not lying. They are upstairs, the angels, the demons, the devil, and God. You can always choose to do more good. Even if you did a lot of bad in your time, you can always choose to do more good. Save the world, make it a better place. Stop being so mean, so bad. Don't think towards anyone with bad. You have no idea, besides like the sexual abuse or the broken jawline or the fact that so many people attack me. So many like normal regular people, they keep attacking me. I go to the store, I didn't do shit. The cashier lady starts arguing at me, yelling at me. Why did you put your cigarettes like this and you don't put it like this? Are you fucking stupid? Blah, 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 blah. That's what I'm trying to say. And so many other. The fact that I get my bills so high up, like it is 3 times bigger than another people's monthly bills, like that's what I'm trying to say. And so many other examples I don't have like right now. But that's what I'm trying to say. You will keep getting, so your life will be way much more harder, you know what I mean, than normal people. When you ask yourself, why is my life so hard when other people have it so easy? That's why. That's why. Because when you are holy, when you, even if you don't know it, that you have the powers, choose to do more good, choose to be more wise. Don't argue, don't feel. I argue, but I don't allow myself to feel like I can have arguments. I know how to control my powers. If I get like really 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 angry, you know I would rather put on a movie, calm myself the fuck down, like full focus on the movie, because I know it's hard for me to control my powers, like anyways. So that's what I'm trying to say. Even if when, let's say, there's a very tension moment and it's very hard for you to control your powers, rather than getting angry with the person, the situation, the stuff like that, no, you take yourself out the equation, and you do something else. You get your focus to something else, so you don't release the darkness. We all get tested, especially us with the forces. That is why you get so many attacks, just so you use the dark forces. But if you don't use them, the angels see you and they protect you more. Even if you keep getting attacks after attacks after attacks, because the dark forces, the devil, he doesn't want to lose his soldiers, because we fallen angels, we are like the soldiers from the upstairs and the downstairs. We have the power to bring the end of days. We have the power to bring heaven on earth. My delight star sees, So that's what I'm trying to say, people. Do more good. Teach your children to be more kind, because that is the future. And our children, your children, need to be more kind. Teach them how to use their powers. When you see, let's just say, um, if your brain is not as cracked, so you don't have the capability. If I show you there's a demon, your brain is not cracked enough because you have like a very fluffy life, with no traumas. Your brain is not capable to see that demon. You will say it's a shadow from a tree. Even if I will say that demon is biting your leg, you will not be able to uh, affirm that. You would be like, no, my leg is hurting because I'm having a cramp. That's what I'm trying to say. If your child looks somewhere and they're like lost, like for a second, don't shout or don't be like, ah, la, 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 like let him find his words, or don't say you're crazy, you need therapy or shit. If your child has a bad dream, stay with him, open a light. It's like, it's okay, you don't need to be scared. We can pray together. We can watch a cartoon. Let me read you a book. You can tell him, what did you dream? If he can't tell you using words, because he's scared, or if he has like a hard time explaining, you can give him like a piece of paper and a pen. Like I bought myself so many, anyways, uh, let him express the way he wants to say something like that. I don't know if I said it okay. Like if he can't express, let him draw. So you can see what he sees. If he hears, you see him lost, and it's like he's listening to music without any music. Don't shout. Don't, what I mean? Because kids as well can channel the upstairs, the angels. Kids as well can see the spirits, the dark entities. What else? I have no idea what else I need to say. Like so many informations. I don't know. I think that was about it. Everything. Do more good. You know. Um, do more good. Help others. Forgive yourself. Everything happens for a reason. It's not meaningless, like Jim Carrey said. No, everything means something. Every mistake you think it's a mistake is not. All the bad things that happened in your life, they have a reason, a meaning. You can always learn from all the bad situations. You always need to see the glass half full of every type of situation. I'm grateful I've been through so much pain in my life. Like I wouldn't be the person I am right now. Like I even if I wished my life would have been way much more easier, I wouldn't like it to be stupid and happy. I would rather be sad as shit but wise. I don't know how to say better than that. Anyways, I do hope I didn't lose you so much. Because people with ADHD do have this like up, down, left, right, like we have a discussion like this. It's pretty hard to keep up, wave after wave, slowly drifting. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. So yes, you need to embrace life how it is, with the darkness and the light. If you see the spirits, don't be afraid of them. Pass them on. Right now, to be honest, when I see the demons and they are following me, I'm like, you either harm me or you go fuck yourself. Because I don't like you here like with me all the time, and they leave. Like, because it's like it's it gets them angry as well, because they can't harm me because my protection is so big now, and I spread more light. I can spread the darkness, but I won't. So you are not going to piss me off. Are you going to harm me? No. Okay, then fuck off. Like, go find your light. Go find your peace. Like, move the fuck on. That's what I'm trying to say. If you end up seeing some bad shit, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't show weakness. No. If you ever get attacked by any type of situation, which is with the money, it's fine. With your health, it's fine. Everything that happens, you always need to be powerful, wise, always see the glass half full. Believe in heaven, believe in hell, believe in the reincarnation. But it's like, if you do nothing and you fail like all the tests, you get like reincarnated over and over again. So that's not good either. If you do like so much bad and you don't change yourself until the end, you go downfall. you know but if you keep doing bad, 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 and you keep having tests after tests, do good. You keep having tests after tests, because the universe keeps testing you to see if you get your upgrade at the end or your downfall. And I do believe, and I am true, I do believe that people can change. And I do see the light in people. Even if sometimes people don't see the light in themselves. I see it. I remember it. And that's why I'm here today, to spread the word. The angels showed me. I'm showing you. I do hope you have a wonderful day, people. You spread more light. You be more good. Let's change the frequency of the world to more light until 2032, you know. And what can I say, people? Love and light. Do good, reap good. I do hope you enjoyed this vlog today. And I hope I didn't scare you so much. If you didn't subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can do it. It is KamiFit. And my new Instagram account, KamiXA22. Because my old one got attacked. It is what it is, no worries. Everything happens for a reason, so moving on. I do hope I did explain as much as possible, the meaning of life and the universe and the powers, the 3D with the 5D and the angels and the drawing. You can always be a better person. You can always choose the light. I've been tested over and over and over and over, and I keep getting the upgrade. I keep giving light. Even if I could give darkness, no, I keep giving light. So that's what you need to do, people. Give more light. Love and light, bitches. I do hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Do good, reboot. Karma. Mwah.